Alright everyone, and welcome back to Dr. Shoraf's classes. So today we are going to tackle a classic question from the ISI JRF Physics and the Applied Mathematics examination. Now look at this question. This is the question we will solve today. So let's read the question first. Employing the first order perturbation theory, calculate the energy of the first two states for an infinite asymmetric potential well of width A whose portion AB has been sliced off. Okay, so let's solve this together. Okay, so listen carefully. In quantum mechanics, we hate doing the hard math. If a potential looks slightly annoying, we don't resolve the whole Schrödinger equation. We use the perturbation theory. Okay? So it's like saying I know how a perfect circle works, but I'll just treat this slightly square circle as a perfect one with a tiny bit of oops added to it. Okay, so before we look at the slice, we need the perfect world version. Now for an infinite well from x equal to 0 to x equal to a, the energy levels are your bread and butter. So En 0, that is n square pi square h square by 2m a square. Okay, and the wave functions, they are just sine waves trying their best. That is psi n root over 2 by a sine n pi x by a. Now if you forget this in the examination, don't tell them you were my students. Okay, I'll deny everything. Now someone sliced the well. Let's assume the slice is a small potential barrier V dash of the height V0 acting on the region x equal to 0 and x equal to B. Okay. Now to find the first order correction to the energy, we use the golden rule of the perturbation. That is, the correction is just the average value of the perturbation over the old state. Okay. So En1, that will be psi n v dash. So this is 0 to b root over 2 by a sine n pi x by a v0 root over 2 by a sine n pi x by a dx. Right? So this will be equal to 2v0 by a integration 0 to b sine square n pi x by a dx. Right? Now use the trig identity, sine square theta, that is 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2. Right? So after this we simply get what? En1, that is v0 by a b minus a by 2n pi into sine 2n pi b by a. Right? Now the question asks for the first two states, right? So that means n equal to 1, that is the ground state, and n equal to 2, that is for the first excited state. Okay. Now for n equal to 1, E1 will be near about E1 0 plus V0 by A b minus a by 2 pi sine 2 pi b by a. Okay, and for n equal to 2, what we get? E2 is near about E2 0 plus V0 by A, B minus A by 2 4 pi, A by 4 pi sine 4 pi B by A, right? Now notice, if B equal to A by 2, we slice half the well, and the sine term for n equal to 2 appears because sine 2 pi is what? 0. This means the second state feels the perturbation differently than the first, and quantum particles have favorite spots. If you slice where the particle was not hanging out anyway, it won't care as much. Okay, so what did we learn today? Life is never a perfect infinite well, right? Someone will always slice your potential, and perturbation theory is your best friend when you are too lazy and smart to solve the whole thing from the scratch. And in the ISI JRF examination, look for the symmetry. If the slice is symmetric, the terms often cancel out. Okay, so if it's asymmetric, get ready to integrate. Now go forth, calculate, and remember, n must be an integer, but your enthusiasm should not be quantized. Okay, so see you in the next session with a new question. Till then, keep learning and keep growing, guys. Bye bye. See you in the next session.